Hello, welcome to Voice Day. Today, I want to talk you through auditioning. It is one of the most challenging things we do as musicians, and we want to give you the background information to help you be successful in your audition. I don't know about you, but for me, if I know what to expect, it makes me so much more comfortable. So we're going to go into detail on both live auditioning and virtual auditioning related to UNCG auditions, but also that you can take to any other auditions that you are doing. So what makes a great audition? Kind of simple. There are three main things that make a great audition: preparation, confidence, and to breathe and have fun. Most of the work falls under the preparation. The confidence is how we're going to present ourselves. And finally, the last part is to enjoy what you're doing, because we perform and we sing for a reason. And we would love for you to feel comfortable showing that in any audition that you do. So in preparation, first thing you can do for yourself is to know your music forwards and backwards so that nothing can get in the way. If you forget a word, if you come in the wrong entrance, you know where you're at and you can get back on track. Have practiced with the piano accompaniments or with tracks, so you're completely confident in any interludes or any entrances and the tempos that you're going to be singing. Make sure you memorize. I know many of us are scared of memorization, but memorization can be your best friend. It helps you know that you know the music really well. You're also able to communicate and act and project confidence. So memorization is an incredibly important step to the process. Know what you're singing about. If you are singing something in a foreign language, make sure you've read a translation and you understand the premise of the song, if not the word for word, which is ideal. If you're singing something from a show of some sort, whether it be a musical theater show, a play, an opera, an oratorio, an operetta, make sure that you know your character, what your character is going through at the time, and the setting and what's happening in the show, who they're speaking to, where they are. It'll add such a depth to your characterization. And finally, practice introducing yourself and your songs. I don't know about you, but I'd rather sing than speak out loud. So practice introducing yourself and your song so that you don't feel like you get nervous and trip before you even start singing. So preparing to audition here at UNCG. First thing you want to do is apply to the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Second thing is apply for admission to the School of Music at UNCG. The voice audition, you want to prepare 2 contrasting selections with piano accompaniment. They do need to be memorized. If you are auditioning virtually, you can sing with live accompaniment or tracks. If you are auditioning live, accompanists will be provided for you. We are listening for vocal potential, musicianship skills, your musical preparation, your expression. We want you to be here at UNCG. We want you to be accepted. So we are just looking to see what you have to offer. Nothing specific other than just looking for this wonderful potential. For both the live audition and the virtual audition, there is a sight reading portion. First, you will sing your songs, both selections, and then we will have you sight read 2 to 3 selections. In order to prepare for sight reading, make sure that you can pull a pitch from a chord or a tonality given to you. They don't always all start on do. I would review your time and key signatures so that you know where your do is when you are starting your sight reading. And you may use solfege or any other syllables that you prefer in order to create success. You will have some time to practice, and we encourage you to take your time so that you feel confident. And finally, after all of the hard stuff is done, then we're going to interview you to get to know you. This is your chance to share with us your excitement about the possibility of being a music major, what your dreams or desires are, and where you hope to go in your future. For the live audition, just remember, you want to show us who you are and what you do best. This picture is a student of ours, Bronwyn. She's a sophomore, just kind of giving you a view of where you should stand on the piano and what it looks like when you're singing masked. You will be singing masked for the live audition here at UNCG this spring. So first things first, dress professionally and whatever that is for you, as you would for a job interview. Think about what makes you feel comfortable, both personally and then in performance. Have your music prepared in a binder for your collaborator, for the pianist. They do not like the clear plastic sheets and definitely not staples. It's best to have it in a 3-ring binder, hole punched back to back. Books are okay, but not great because they could fall off the piano or not stay open. And when your music is prepared, you are setting yourself up for success because the pianist can only do so much if the book is falling open or falling closed. Have practiced with the accompaniment so that you know exactly where all those interludes are and your tempi and what you're looking for. Stand near the piano in what we call the crook of the piano so that you can communicate with your collaborator, but also see us and have room to move around. In order to set the tempo for your pianist, you could sing. The best thing to do is sing your first line for them so they know exactly your tempo. We have a tendency to clap or snap, and often that's not an accurate representation of the tempo that we want. So the best thing to do is sing your first line. Don't be afraid to act and express when you're up there. Feel free to move if the spirit moves you and if your song requires it. And then in the sight reading, take your time. Don't feel rushed. For the virtual audition, many of the same things apply, but also then we have the addition of recording techniques. Same thing about dressing professionally, even if you're at home in your living room. You may, for the virtual audition, use recorded or live accompaniment. I would remind you to test before you take a full take of your song, make sure the sound is working. And then once you have recorded it, go back and listen to it. Make sure there's nothing that surprises you. The space that you choose to record in should be free of distractions and have good lighting. We want to focus on you, not the things around you. If you have an external mic, that is wonderful, but if you don't, that's also fine. Record on your iPad or your phone or your computer. They're all successful, and I know we'll hear wonderful singing no matter how you record. But no matter what you record into, make sure it's at a distance that it won't be distorted if you sing loud or high. Sometimes our mics pick up a little extra distortion when it's too far, when it's too close. Make sure that your recording is at an angle so that we get most of your body so that we can watch you perform and express and see your posture and all of those things. And finally, don't forget to introduce yourself and your song before you sing with each one. You may also add titles, surtitles to your recording when you turn it in, but make sure you also introduce yourself. So the preparation, we've talked through all of that, both preparing before the audition and then how to prepare for the audition. The next part is confidence. Now, many of us struggle with confidence. It's not unusual, but we can set ourselves up to be the most confident, or at least project the most confidence in several ways. The first thing is dress for success. Feel confident in what you wear. There's a listing of things you could consider wearing, but most important is that you should be both physically and personally comfortable in what you choose. So wear things that make you feel great. If you have a color that you feel amazing in, wear that color. Do something for yourself to make yourself feel comfortable and wonderful when you step in that room or step up to record. Another thing that projects wonderful confidence is, again, knowing your music so well that nothing can shake that confidence. Sing repertoire that feels amazing, that you love, that you know shows off your voice, and that you feel like you can express beautifully. Stay positive. Trust your preparation. Nerves can be deceiving and they can make us feel like we're not ready. That you trust that you've done the hard work behind it, and keep a positive attitude, and I know your confidence will shine through. And finally, most important, remember that each of you has something to offer. We do not know what we're looking for until we see it. We're hoping that you are that person. So please trust yourself and try not to second guess what we're thinking. You have what it takes. And finally, lastly, remember to breathe, be yourself, and have a great time. Auditioning is just an extension of our desire to perform and communicate something to an audience. Use this opportunity to think of it as a performance rather than something that you're trying to prove. We just want to sit back and have a great day and listen to wonderful singing. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to any of us here at UNCG. We look forward to seeing you on Voice Day.